Hello student, welcome back to the course on electronics made easy. And now we have started with the topic Arduino based circuit. And in the last lecture we have seen what is the Arduino components and IDE. Now in this lecture we will start with the Arduino programming. Okay. Now how to do the programming? For that purpose you should have the certain basic knowledge that will start from the scratch, this very beginning. Now, without too much theoretical information, we will start directly with the programming. Learning by doing. Actually, learning the Arduino programming will take a lot of time, but my intention is not to involve you in the depth of programming, but as a curiosity, we will start learning the programming with doing also. Means whatever we will learn directly we will implement and we will see the result. Okay, that will give you that will be the excitement for you, as well as you will be having the some satisfaction that after learning you have done something. Okay, and in this way we will reach up to the basics of Arduino programming. Then on the left side you can find the sketches. If you see the Arduino ID, in the Arduino ID we came across the word sketches. Sketches means the Arduino programs, that is known as the sketches. uh, in that diagram you have seen the sketches. If you work through the different type of tutorial with this system, you will soon understand the code and be able to use it yourself. Later on you can familiarize yourself with other features. This course is only meant as a first step to the Arduino world. All possible programs, features and codes are referred on www.arduino.cc under reference. Means if you want to learn in detail, then you can refer this website. Okay, freely all these we can say that tutorials, guidelines, as well as materials, reading material is available there. Okay, now we will move ahead. Now say that for Arduino programming we need a language. We have to write the code, means the program. Basically C language is suitable for the Arduino programming purpose. Therefore we will learn some of the basics of C language. Here you can see that the programming language used to program the Arduinos is a language called C. In this course, we get to understand the basics of the C language. You will use what you learn here in every sketch you develop as an Arduino programmer. To get the most out of the Arduino, you need to understand these fundamentals. Learning complete C language is out of the scope of this course. Hence, we will cover only useful aspect of C for writing simple Arduino programming. Now, if you start learning the C from the scratch, what is the C? Then for that purpose, different courses are there, and it will take a lot of time. Therefore, our focus will be on learning the C. But now here our focus is to use the Arduino for designing, developing simple Arduino projects. That's why instead of giving in-depth focus or in-depth learning of the C, we will just learn it so that we can use it for the Arduino purpose. And when you will move ahead, whenever you need it for the complex program, definitely you will refer the C tutorials, C language guides, and you will get a lot of help as well as the resources from the internet. Okay. Now here the list of instructions to be carried out in the order that they are written down. For example, suppose you were to write the following program. Let us say that in C, if you have to write, actually the C which is in use for the Arduino is sometimes called as the embedded C. Means it is useful for the embedded programming purpose, and it can be used with the assembly level language. Assembly level language is specific language used for the particular microcontroller, but now this C can be used along with the assembly language program, that is the flexibility of embedded C. Now here digital write in bracket 13 comma high, then semicolon. then below delay, then parenthesis 500, parenthesis close, then semicolon, digital write, then again in the parenthesis 13 comma low, uh, parenthesis close, and then semicolon. Now we will see the meaning of all these letters, words, and even the syntax, because every syntax, every word is having the special meaning. Here nothing is written, means just we can say that sake of writing. Every syntax, every word is having the meaning. These three lines would each do something. The first line would set the out of a pin 13. Actually, here the digital pins are set. Okay. Here we are using the pin number 13, but now as you are having pin from 0 to 13, that is total 14 digital pins. Any one of the pin you can use for making your output, we can say that high or low. Then here, first of all, what we did, the detail right. This is the special, we can say that syntax, a special word, and you have to write it as it is. Means you cannot change any letter. If letter is small letters, then you have to write the small letters. If it is capital, for example, D is small and W is the capital, it should be like this only. Any change will not work. Then again you have to use the parenthesis, that is also compulsion. Then instead of 13 you can use any pin. And then next is the high, means you can make it high, means high means you have to provide the 5 volt supply. 5 volt supply will be available at the output when this program will be written in your Arduino board. The next one is the delay, in bracket 500. Then this 500 is in millisecond, means delay of 500 millisecond will be given for keeping the pin number 13 high. And after that 500 millisecond delay, again we are writing the digital write in bracket 13 comma low, means after delay of 500 millisecond your pin number 13 will become low. Okay, because we have given the instruction low. High and low must be in capital. This is the pin with the LEDs built in to the Arduino board. So at this point the LED would light. The second line would simply wait for 500 millisecond, and the third line would turn the LED back off again. So these three lines would achieve the goal of making LED blink once. Now, most languages requires you to be extremely precise about the syntax, and one of the main rules is that name for things have to be a single word. Now, C is also not the exception for that. Therefore, you have to be very careful while writing the syntax as well as uh, the words, special words. That is, they cannot include the spaces. So digital write is the name for something. It is the name of a built-in function. This is the built-in function, and you cannot change. We will learn more about the functions later. Similarly, so many functions are there in the C, embedded C, that will do the job of setting an output pin on the Arduino board. Not only do you have to avoid the spaces in name, but also names are case sensitive. So you must write the digital right, not the digital right, that is D capital or W small. The function digital right needs to know which pin to set and whether to set the pin high or low. These two pieces of information are called as the arguments, which are said to be passed to a function when it is called. The parameters for a function must be enclosed in parentheses and separated by commas, as we have seen earlier. The convention is to place the opening parenthesis immediately after the last letter of the function's name, and to put a space after the comma before the next parameters. However, you can sprinkle space characters within the parenthesis if you want. If the function only has one argument, then there is no need for a comma. Notice how each line ends with a semicolon. It would be more logical if they were periods, because the semicolon marks the ends of one command, a bit like the end of a sentence. We can recognize an Arduino sketch and probably have a rough idea of what it is trying to do. But we need to look a bit deeper into how some programming language code goes from being word of a page to something that does something real, like turn an LED on and off. Now here you can see what happened exactly. Because of the Arduino IDE, when we are writing some programming, some code, and if we download it in the Arduino board, actually it is not so simple. Just text is not get converted as it is, means downloaded as it is into the Arduino, as means saving a particular file from one drive to the another drive. That is not so. Okay. Now here you can see that for converting your code into the machine level language, first up in between we have to use the compiler. Compiling work is done internally or automatically by the integrated development environment. Then that machine language code is get converted into the means written on the flash program memory of Arduino board by using the bootloader. Then this we can say that flash program memory of Arduino is used by the central processing unit of Arduino or microcontrollers inside the Arduino board uses this programs for processing purpose. Then once the processing is done as per the programming, the output is given to the ports. And as we have taken the program of blinking and LED, then if we have to make the LED on, then that on or off, then that instructions will be given to the LED through the ports. Instruction means that voltage, that how much voltages are required for making the LED on and off, that will be given by the port. Means this much process is to be followed. Okay, just uploading means uploading the program on the Arduino is not so easy internally. Okay, but as a user we don't have to worry because that work will be done by the Arduino IDE. When you press the upload button on your Arduino IDE, it launches a chain of events that result in your sketch being installed on the Arduino and being run. This is not a straightforward as simply taking the text that you type into the editor and moving it to the Arduino board. The first step is to do something called a compilation. This takes the code you have written and translate it into the machine code, the binary language that the Arduino understands. If you click the triangular verify button on the Arduino IDE, this actually attempts to compile the C that you have written without trying to send the code to the Arduino IDE. A side effect of a compilation, the code is that it is checked to make sure that it conforms to the rules of C language. The Arduino IDE has looked at your efforts at writing code and found them to be acceptable. If everything is okay, then only it will give the message that compilation is done. It tells you this by saying done compiling and reporting the size of the sketch to you, that is 450 bytes for our case or whatever maybe it is. The IDE is also telling you that the maximum size, how much is the maximum size we can store as a program, that is 32 KB for the Arduino. Okay, because the this is the flash memory size and where we can write the entire programming. So you still have a lot of room to make your sketch bigger. The size, then we have seen certain lines in the program. The line void setup parenthesis close means that you are defining a function called setup. In Arduino, some functions are already defined for you. Okay, now whenever we are starting with the program, we have to first of all define a void setup. But if you have to call some inbuilt function, that also you can call in between for your programming, such as a digital write and delay, whereas you must or can define the order for yourself. Setup and loop are two functions that you must define for yourself in every sketch that you write. Now here you can see an example. Therefore, don't uh, ignore or every time you have to write down white setup. Okay, and first parenthesis will give you the programs that runs once, and below that the programs which you want to keep in looping. Okay, both these uh, both these parentheses as well as the white statement you have to write for every program. The important thing to understand is that here you are not calling setup or loop like you would call digital write, but you are actually creating these functions so that the Arduino system itself can call them. This is a difficult concept to grasp, but one way to think of it is as being similar to a definition in a legal document. After the special keyword void comes the name of the function and then parenthesis 2 to contain any arguments. In this case, there are no arguments, but we still have to include the parenthesis there. There is a no semicolon after the closing parenthesis because we are defining a function rather than calling it. So we need to say what will happen when something does call the function. The reason that the Arduino has two functions, setup and loop, is to separate the things that only needs to be done once. When the Arduino starts running its sketch from the things that have to keep happening continuously, the function setup will just be run once when the sketch starts. Let us add some code to it. For previous, we can say that there is no code, but now if we put some code for the LED blinking, as we are going to see in the demo, then how it will be. It will blink the LED built on the board and add the lines to your sketch so that it appears as follows and the upload them to your board. Now here what we have done, only we have set the pin mode, that is 13 as an output. Then below we have written the digital write, that is again pin number 13, and we have made it high, means only the LED will become on. We will not, here we are not switching off the LEDs. There will be no blinking, only LED once that will be on. Again, for the two parentheses, first parenthesis we have started, then loop parenthesis is also there below, but we are not looping it. This setup function itself called two built-in functions, pin mode and digital write. You already know about digital write, but pin mode is new. The function pin mode sets a particular pin to be either an input or an output. So turning the LED on is actually a two-stage process. First, you have to set pin 13 to be an output, and second, you need to set the output to be high, that is 5 volt. When you run this sketch on your board, you will see that the LED comes and stay on. Actually, this is very simple program, that is not, we can say that even in the demo we have seen how we are able to blink the LEDs just by making the pin number 13, we can say that low, and repeating this, looping this will continuously blink your LEDs for the given delays, and that delay also you can define depending upon your requirement. Okay, in this way we have seen that how to do the programming of how to do the programming of Arduino, and even we have seen the example as a blinking LED. Okay, now the further programming we will see in the next lecture. Thank you for association with me. Thanks.